Hey guys, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video. I got a really great video for you guys today. Lately, I have been able to find a bunch of really great records I've been looking for a long time. This is all psychedelic hard rock. So if you're into that early 70s hard rock, amazing guitar work, Deep Purple, Cream, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, that type of stuff. These are bands like those bands, but these were more fringe, weren't on the radio, wouldn't have heard them. Maybe not as tidy and cleaned up as those bands. Maybe a little bit off the radar, a little sloppier, but stuff that I really like and I really collect. So, for me, years ago when I first started listening, to these rare records, I'd kind of gotten sick of all the classic rock stuff that was on the radio that I'd heard a billion times and was kind of looking for something new. So that kind of ventured me into the deeper waters of some of the more obscure rock that most people have not heard of. So for me, this is just kind of some rare records that I've been looking for a long time and hope you guys enjoy it. So these are all records I would recommend seeking out. Most, if not all of them, you can either stream or find on YouTube or whatever. So hope you guys can enjoy the ride. I'll take you through these. Before we get started, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to make videos like this all the time. Try to recommend rock records, obscure stuff, stuff I think that you guys would enjoy. Also, we have a record store in Matthews, North Carolina, where we buy big collections, recommend records, all that stuff. Follow us on Instagram at Noble Records. So I've gotten to the point to where I don't really go on eBay much anymore. It's just kind of takes the fun out of it. I really try to find the things that I find in person now. It's just more fun that way. Like I said, it just kind of makes sense that way to me. It's where I enjoy it the most. But occasionally people will say, hey, I know you're into this weird rock stuff. Well, I've got some stuff you might be interested in. And so I end up doing deals with like other collectors and things like that are pretty, sometimes that's where I get a lot of the really epic stuff that's hard to get. So there's a buddy of mine, his name is Bruce. He sells on Whatnot. He goes under the name Vinyl King 69. Most of you probably know him if you're on Whatnot, that app. But we both sell on there, and he came across a collection. He was at the Austin Record Show and found this guy that had like a bunch of really crazy stuff. And I think that he struck up a deal with him, was like, yeah, look, whatever you don't sell, maybe I can come buy the rest of your collection. So he ended up doing that and getting this crazy collection of just out of this world rare rock. So that's where I got this first batch of records. The first one right off the bat, this is a record. There's been a few records like this that they just have slipped through my fingers. Like I've had the chance kind of to buy this record. I've held it in my hand several times, but for whatever reason, there's a long story for me with this record. I've not ever been able to get it. Just slipped through my fingers probably 3 or 4 times. The last time being, I'd met a guy to buy some records, and he had this record with him, and he wouldn't sell it to me, and I was like, oh man, it's almost right there, But anyways, this is called Mother Goose. This is Mother Goose 1. There's not been a Mother Goose 2. But Mother Goose is this really killer U.S. private press psychedelic rock, really good guitar work on here. All this stuff fits that same kind of genre, really good guitar work, psychedelic hard rock, whatever. But there's a lot of just absolute gold on this record. It's fantastic. I absolutely love this record. Like I said, I've been looking for it for probably 10 years, and I've almost had it several times. So this is one I'm so thrilled to scratch off my want list. I highly recommend this if you're into that type of thing. Like I said, this is a U.S. It's never been reissued, nothing like that. So it's a really hard record to find. But yeah, it's a super nice, really clean copy. So I'm really grateful for that one. Next one is Lady Killer by a band named Mouse. This is a UK-based band called Mouse. The guitar player on here, he went on to be in a bunch of other bands. A lot of those records are also like worth a lot of money, really rare and stuff like this. But this is just Just out of this world, really, really heavy rock stuff. Another one that just I highly recommend. Fantastic. This is an original UK press of it. Another one I've been after for a long time is this one called Winterhawk. This is a US hard rock. This is a little bit more on drifting into the metal territory. Look at that. Just epic cover. But yeah, just absolute smoking guitar solos and stuff like that. Definitely more in the metal category than I would say the rest of this stuff is more hard rock. This is more in the metal vein, but it's not quite like real heavy metal or anything like that, but it's drifting into that territory, you know what I mean? But you know, if you like that, you know, early Iron Maiden type stuff, this might be the type of thing you would like. The next one, these are all really rare. This one's called Reaction. Another one been on my want list for years and years and years. Incredible band from Germany. They never did anything else, just this one record. It's called Reaction, and it is just amazing, amazing guitar stuff. It is a cooker from the start to the finish. Amazing record. Like I said, this is one that I would definitely venture out and check out. This is a first German pressing, very rare. Never even ever seen another one before. This is another one that falls in this category, just kind of like that Mother Goose did. I've almost had this record several times. I've held it in my hands before, but wasn't able to get it. This is on the Dawn record label. It's called Pluto. This is a really great UK-based band. This is original first UK pressing. The original UK pressings actually have a red tint to them. You can't really tell from there, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. But it has, if you hold up to light, they're red. And I've had a reissue for years, but really good. Has bluesy moments. Has a little bit almost of a little bit of a fusiony moments, a little bit of prog moments, but very versatile record. Really, really amazing musicianship all the way through. Pluto, absolutely fantastic. I try to get almost anything I can on that Dawn label. So much gold on that label, but that one is one that is just tip top. Long time want. Last one I got from him was this Blackwater Park Dirt Box. This is another German record. Early 70s, super heavy, just incredible. There's not a bad track on it. There's another one I've been looking for years. They never come available. I've never seen one for sale or anything like that. But yeah, trying to find more words to describe these records than really killer guitar, but like that's kind of the theme. They're all really killer guitar. I understand. I know that that people make fun of me because they're like, "Oh, drink every time he says killer or guitar." Yeah, I know. But that's what all this is all about. All really heavy, amazing, obscure, hard rock, early 70s, all that. But this is a really amazing record. Next batch. So I got another little batch. So this all kind of happened within the past month. But a friend of mine who lives in Australia, he's a really deep record collector. I've gotten some amazing, amazing things from him in the past. He seems to have almost everything, you know, but he was letting go some like amazing stuff out of his collection. And it was one of those things, you know, some of these records, you don't ever see them come up. So you got to really take it seriously when you do. The first one being, I got a lot. I think I got like 12 or 13 from him. First one being this one, Black Spirit. This is an absolute shredder of a record. It's on this Brute Kasten label. This super collectible label. It's a lot of like late 70s, early 80s, really heavy German hard rock stuff. But you can tell by the cover. I mean, this is one that, another one that's just eluded me. I've been wanting it forever. Very, very heavy, out of this world guitar work. So kind of the story behind this one was this band Black Spirit. If you look at the picture of them on Discogs, they look like a boy band or something. They don't look like they would be a band called Black Spirit. but it's heavy, really good stuff. I think they formed in like 1970. They played a bunch of concerts. In 1973, they got together and recorded a demo tape just so they could have it on record, listen to it back, kind of pick out some ideas, critique it, things like that. The sound engineer heard that, was listening to it, everything being recorded. He loved it, so he stole it. And he kind of laid low for a while with it, I guess. Years later, 1978, he releases it on vinyl, and the band has no idea that he did it. So the band, didn't get paid from it, nothing like that. And actually, by this time, I think they broke up at some point in 1978, anyways. But the sound engineer ran off with the tape, which was supposed to just be a demo. This is a tale as old as time with all these old records. This happens, and he credited himself as the drummer, which he didn't play drums on it or anything like that. But it's just kind of funny. But out of this world record, just super heavy. Another one, legendary, rare hard rock record, Horse. This is an original first UK press. There's the UK press that's kind of more desirable than the German press. The German press is still really desirable as well. I've had a reissue for years and years, just kind of been holding out for that first UK. But another one, has a blues rock base to it, but really heavy, amazing, progressive hard rock from the UK. Yeah, amazing, psychedelic. It's a little bit on the psychedelic side as well. The cover has this menacing, evil horse, just bringing you psychedelic hard rock from the underworld, and that's what it is. Very, very good stuff. Another one, kind of a legendary hard rock, progressive rock type thing, Geronimo. This is the first German press. Geronimo, they had a few records. They had 3. This is the hardest one to get and the best one as well. These never come up for sale. I've never had a chance to get one. Actually, I'll take that back. A few years ago, I had a shot at one, but it was like destroyed, and I really kind of wanted a good, clean copy. I didn't even have a reissue of this, but it is, if you like that krautrock, that German hard rock that's a little progressive, this is that, man. Really, really good. Fantastic stuff. You really got to check this record out if you've not heard it. Geronimo, amazing stuff. If you guys follow the store and you know a little bit about what we do, we do these exclusive record pressings where we work with labels and things like that to put out exclusive colored vinyl variants of some of the records that I recommend and stuff like that. This is one of the ones that we did. Elias Hulk Unchained. This record sold out immediately when we put it up. We had 300 copies. They sold out in like an hour. And it's just one of those, if you know, it's this early 70s, really, really super hard rock. It is an absolute shredder, piercing, out of this world guitar solos, amazing drums, amazing vocals. This is a first Australian press. It is out of this world incredible. But we did that exclusive. It sold out, and I was like, man, I'd love to have an original. So the original's been on my list for a long time. This is a first Australian. But as we're talking about exclusives, I've got more records to show you. But we do these exclusives every single month. We put out usually one record every month of just amazing records that I recommend, that I love, and that I want to get out there and kind of shed more light on. We have 3 that are available right now. Usually they sell out. I was doing like 500 copies, stuff like that, and it would usually sell out like in the first day. So I started trying to do a little bit more copies, and so we have a few copies of each of these left on our website. I'll put that in the description of this video. It's just Noblerecordstore.com. But the first one being Brotherhood of Peace, Cutting Loose. We work with the label Rod and Easy Records to do this. It's like white and gold. This is some really killer southern rock from North Carolina. Another one I'm really excited about that we did is Wara El Inca. This is a super heavy, rare hard rock / prog record from Bolivia, 1973. The originals of this go for thousands and thousands of dollars when they do pop up. That is one I highly recommend. It's fantastic. And then the last one, we've only got a few copies of this left. It's almost sold out. And this is called Zipper. It's got a gold and black galaxy color vinyl. If you like Led Zeppelin, and this reminds me of Led Zeppelin and the Stooges smashed into one. Amazing guitar work, incredible vocals. So anyways, check out our website. That kind of helps support what we do. Just a shout out to that. We'll get back to showing records, but the link is in the description of this video. Check it out. Another one that I've been looking for years. You know, the cover is kind of what grabs you. This octopus woman cover. It's called Octopus. It's on that penny farthing label. This is the first Australian press. This is a really good psychedelic rock record. It's a little bit proggy at times, but mostly just psychedelic rock. Absolutely fantastic. The music, again, kind of matches the cover. Very, very good, strong record all the way through. It's probably a little softer than most of this other stuff, but still super strong. Very good musicianship all the way through. Highly recommend if you have not heard it. Octopus, it's incredible. So couldn't believe he had these. I've been after these for a long time, but this is a band called Aunt Mary. This is on Vertigo. This is called Janus. The original first press is on that Spaceship Vertigo label. Absolutely incredible hard rock. And then also he had Aunt Mary Loaded. So I'm just missing one Aunt Mary record now. But Aunt Mary, amazing hard rock from Norway. Those two are both fantastic. Kind of the only one in here that's not hard rock, I didn't even think about it, is this Today's Youth by Little Janice. Little Janice was a soul musician. She was from East Texas. Really fantastic guitar work and soul singing on this. She put out a few singles and then ended up putting everything she ever did on this one record. But super rare, hard to find, soul record. I think it was pressed in California, but she came out of East Texas. So that was the only kind of like soul record that I had in here. Another one off of the same, this is on the same label that the Black Spirit was on. That Brute Caston label, but this is called Grim Reaper. This is out of this world. Really cool. Probably a little bit even more heavy, a little bit even more on that metal side. But this is a really outstanding record. This is one I hadn't even heard before, but he had it and it looked really good. And it was on that label. I gave it a quick stream on the YouTube and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that. So that one's really killer. This is one called Bakerloo, which I also have a terrible twisted history with this one as well. I bought a copy off of somebody when I was first starting out and I didn't know any better. And they told me it was an original. Turned out to be a bootleg. Didn't know it then. I was young and dumb and couldn't tell the difference, you know. It happens to the best of us. And so I've had the same copy forever, this bootleg copy, for years and years. Never upgrading it, just kind of waiting on an original. And this one, original, pops up. This is an absolutely fantastic hard rock record. Another one that, you know, if you like Deep Purple type stuff, this is in that same vein. Really, really strong stuff. Bakerloo. This is an original first UK pressing of this amazing record. I'm going to try to pronounce this one right. This is Dies Irae. Diesirae. First, this is, I believe, the only LP they put out. Put out on this Pills label, which is amazing. Krautrock label out of Germany. But yeah, if you like that krautrock, you know, and I'm saying krautrock, that's a kind of a term that we use of just German rock. You know, most of it's a little bit more on the prog side, the progressive rock side. But just, it has just this very specific, charming flavor to it. Just a lot of it has a little bit more organ, really specific guitar tone, you know, but really tip-top notch. I love a good krautrock record, but that's this. Really amazing guitar solos on here. I love this one so much. I was thrilled to add it to my collection. Another German record, Sitting Bull, Trip Away. This is another one on really good guitar. There's some acoustic stuff on here that's really good as well, but outstanding guitar work. Sitting Bull, AAA, a very rare record you don't see talked about much. You don't see people recommend it much, but it is a fantastic one, worth seeking out if you like that type of thing. This is another one, Writing on the Wall. This is a fantastic record. It's a Scottish psychedelic hard rock band from Scotland, but they became popular kind of in the UK. The pressing that seems to be the hardest and rarest one to find is the Australian pressing, which is this one. Writing on the Wall, The Power of the Picks. This is this incredible skull artwork with the band kind of above the eye socket there, but fantastic guitar. Really worth seeking out if you like that type of thing. So those are the ones I got from him. Friend of mine that lives in Australia that has an amazing collection. I've bought so much killer stuff from him, so I don't know if he wants to be mentioned, but you know who you are. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Another one, I got another friend that lives in California. This is another stack of stuff I got from him. Like I said, all this stuff is not stuff I sought out and was like asking around for. This stuff kind of just, people were messaging me on Instagram and stuff, just friends I have, and they're like, hey, I'm getting rid of this stuff. You want it? And I'm like, eh. But this guy, he comes at me every once in a while with some really killer stuff. And good friend of mine, his name's Caesar. He lives in California. He's a really good guitar player as well. Plays in some bands and stuff. But he sold me some stuff. So this is one I know that he absolutely loves. But this is a 7-inch called Phoenix. And it's Ode to Jimi Hendrix is kind of the title of this one. But the first track on here is just like, it's an ode to Jimi Hendrix. They talk, the whole song's about Jimi Hendrix, and they rip off a couple of his licks, but it's a really heavy guitar in the Hendrix vein, you know, killer stuff. He's also like really into kind of Japanese rock. This one is called Cosmo's Factory. This is the first Japanese press, but outstanding Japanese hard rock. I don't know if you're familiar with Japanese hard rock, stuff like, Blues Creation, Flower Traveling Band, stuff like that. This is in that same vein. Absolutely incredible Japanese hard rock. This is another one you don't really see very much. Cosmo's Factory. Very rare. This is one impossibly hard for me to find for some reason. I've never been able to find it, and he's had this record for a long time, and I've been begging him to sell it to me, and finally he caved and decided to. This is a band called Samurai. It's also kind of credited as Mickey Curtis. Mickey Curtis, fantastic Japanese hard rock, but most of the time you hear it credited as Samurai. The name of the album is Kappa, Kappa. This is an absolute incredible Japanese hard rock masterpiece. The cover, I mean, look at that cover. It's out of this world. The music is also out of this world. Really killer stuff. So difficult to find, but I highly recommend listening to this. I don't think it's up on streaming, but you can, it might be, but you can stream it on YouTube. You can look it up on YouTube, but amazing hard rock stuff. Definitely worth checking out. This is one 1973 Argentina, Orion's Beethoven. Super Angel. This is 1973. This is a hard rock / prog type of odyssey. You know, it's amazing journey. Fantastic one. The next one is November. November is a really killer band from Sweden. They've got 3 records. This is the last one I needed to complete the trifecta. But amazing stuff. Really good hard rock on the Sonnet label from Sweden. Another krautrock banger is Harry Chapter. This is the 1972 press of Can't Get Through. Really good krautrock, same type of stuff. Amazing, very difficult to find. Here's another absolute killer. This is Aftershave. The band calls Aftershave. Album's called Skin Deep. Absolutely fantastic from Switzerland. Just beautiful condition on this one. Absolutely killer. It's like prog rock. Another one you really don't see very much. But if you like that progressive hard rock type of stuff, Skin Deep by Aftershave. Fantastic record. I'm just going to show a few more here. These I kind of picked up random places. A good friend of mine, Marvin Lee, shout out to him. He got this and asked me if I was interested, and I was. It's called Dreamin' Wild by Donnie and Joe Emerson. This is an absolute fantastic record. A lot of you probably know this. It got reissued by Light in the Attic, so the reissues are very findable, but really sweet, like kind of, some people call it psychedelic rock, but it's not. It's kind of like a soft rock, but it's fantastic. A lot of the songs have been put in like TV shows and stuff, so it's kind of gotten a new rejuvenation because this is an obscure record that a lot of people didn't know, but these were kind of country kids lived out on a farm, and they just had this aspiration to play music. Their dad ended up selling part of the farm and building them a recording studio, and they just kind of went for it. They didn't have any outside influences or anything. They just kind of came up with music on the fly. It's all very, very good stuff. Interesting story. There's a video about it on YouTube, so you can look it up and research it, but amazing stuff. You've heard of these guys, Black Sabbath. I've been wanting to get promos of all the first 4 anyways, white label promos with timing strips. This is the last one I needed, so now I do have them all. Volume 4, as far as I know, never came with a timing strip, but I have white label promos with all of them. So this was the last one I needed. I was thrilled to get that. Here's a couple from Spain. This one is called Grupo NHU. Really fantastic stuff. A little bit on the prog side, but really good guitar work as well on that one. And then this one is Attila. The Beginning of the End. I have a interesting story behind this one. Don't have time to tell it, but this is a record I've been really wanting for a long time. It's just kind of this long concept record, kind of just fantastic guitar work, really good stuff. Original Spanish pressing, super hard to find. And then this one is Nucleus, Elastic Rock. Fantastic on Vertigo. This is kind of jazz fusion, psychedelic rock. Ian Carr. Amazing. This is kind of the last Vertigo swirl of Nucleus that I needed. I had all the rest of them, so this one's absolutely fantastic. Thrilled to add that one to my collection. Last but not least, you guys know I'm a Led Zeppelin fanatic. Led Zeppelin's my favorite band. And so from time to time, people reach out to me. They find some Zeppelin bootlegs or something rare, and they'll let me know. And this guy that I'm friends with on Instagram, his name is Holy Grail DJ. He runs Diggers Club Records. He had a huge batch of bootlegs come in, and they're all, most Zeppelin bootlegs I have, so I don't really, there's not a lot that really piques my interest, but he had a few that I was like, all right. This one is Led Zeppelin Blueberry Hill. It's one of the earliest Zeppelin bootlegs. Blueberry Hill, one of the most iconic ones, but it was originally on this Blimp record label, which I had a Blimp Records pressing of it, but it was on black vinyl and it was missing a disc. So I've been wanting to replace it. This one is a really killer one on this like reddish orange vinyl on one disc, and the other disc is like a purple, which it's hard for you to see. It looks like it's black, but it's not. It's like a dark purple. So I am a sucker for like trademark quality or really high quality vintage old school Zeppelin bootlegs that are in good shape. They're hard to find. They got partied with and like thrown around, and they're just hard to find in really good shape. This is in the Shrink, absolute beautiful museum copy of this. Another one is this Led Zeppelin BBC broadcast. I have a Led Zeppelin mudslide that looks exactly like this with the sticker and everything. I love that sticker. And this is on red vinyl on that original trademark quality label. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. This is another one. I had a copy of Bonzo's Birthday Party, but it was not as nice as this one. This one's a beautiful, beautiful copy. And this one is on that. I love that black trademark quality label with colored vinyl. It's a beautiful. This one's on blue and yellow. Look at that. Stunning. Same deal. Super, super clean. Phenomenal. And the last one, I just didn't have one of these yet. This is Jimmy Page Lucifer Rising soundtrack. This is the original film score, 1973. Side 2 is some other stuff recorded at Royal Albert Hall. Very cool Jimmy Page type of thing. Very good shape. So thank y'all to everybody who make my dreams come true and taking all my money. But yeah, just been kind of saving up for this video. I had all those packages kind of coming in. So thank y'all for watching this. Drop me a comment and check out the online store and grab an exclusive if you get a chance. We really pour our heart and soul into making those work and getting the word out there on those rare records. So thank y'all, and we'll see you guys next time.